like I'm guessing most people here, I've been to a couple of these kind of master classes. Really liked Louisa's approach. Although I'd done a lot of kind of coaching and sort of work on money otherwise, this was the thing that kind of connected the dots and led to that further success. Got a lot from the community too, so you will meet a lot of like-minded people in there, and already forged some really quite strong relationships there with other members, which has been fantastic. To where I was at versus where I've got to, I'm now consistently having £10,000 months, which is fantastic, and I'm sure Louise is open to having a call with you if you are interested in what else she offers. Just kind of really lean into it and trust your instinct.
A friend recommended that I get in touch with Louisa, so I did this actual course 6 months ago, and I've been in her group course. And the good news is all of the things we just tested, I tested correctly. So the work has really helped. And what I would say about Louisa's work and Louisa herself is that she has encyclopedic knowledge. It's amazing. The ego and the blocks and the wounds can be very tricky, and they can be very sly, and they hide in corners. But doing the course has helped me shine a light on oh, there that is. Okay, let's deal with that. This has been such a wonderful experience for me, and I just really treasure being in the community, being with Louisa, and being a beneficiary of her good work and her beautiful soul.
I started working on the alignment practice, how much I could feel the energy, and it was something that I'd never felt before. And I was like, always kind of, read The Secret, been into the energy, the universe, but this was like, okay, this is another level now. And it was from there I continued with the manifesting practices, and I was living in the energy of, how can I grow my business? What is it I need to do next? And I just got this download of, you need to learn to do this for your clients. You need to help your clients align their energy. So I think it's just, being fully supported, the amount of information, is actually on my to-do list to just literally rewatch everything again, because there is so much to take in. Like any kind of study and any work, any self-development, it's like watching a film, isn't it? You don't see everything the first time. Each time something new is discovered. The various courses that or codes, if you like, that we have within the Helix method, so the wealth codes, the self-love codes, and so on, it means I've got an array of kind of tools to pull from. Just do it. Yeah, just like I'm a big believer in we're here, things land at the right time. So if you're here and you're considering it, then there's a reason for that.
And I can honestly tell you, it's been amazing. My clients were coming that I haven't seen in a long time. I have been getting booked with my online clients as well, and I've gone from $2,100, which is about average over this last year, to over $5,000 in 1 month. 1 month. So I'm pretty damn excited. And then there's been a lot of ego that's come up. And with that, Louisa has helped us soothe the ego, release what is the story or the belief behind it all. So it seems to be an easier process, for which I am very grateful. And if you're thinking about joining the Wealth Portal and you're on the fence and you're not sure, it's the best investment so far that I've done in a long, long time. So I would highly, highly recommend it.
Louisa's client results are the things that really, they speak for themselves. I've learned to give myself permission to pivot, and that business can be fun. I play with my business now, and I need to play. I have a sense of freedom now from working with Louisa, that I can let go of the attachment to numbers. They no longer define how successful I feel. That feeling comes from within. So if you are sitting on the fence, considering investing in yourself by joining Louisa's world, I can only say, just do it.
I decided to embark on the Infinite Prosperity Collective after that. It was a time when I started with both programs, and that I realized that if I wanted to take my business to the next level, the access to an amazing bank of resources. You know, Louisa is extremely generous and has got a lot of resources that she built in our containers, especially in the IPC.
One, it has expanded my business. I definitely I met last year's goals back in August, and it's continuing to go from there. I really understood and discovered what resistance felt like in my body. I definitely understand the other side of that, and I now know what alignment feels like, and I understand how much easier it is to bring in the things that you want. What it has also helped me to do is to develop my own fine-tuning skills. And as I move through this program and I feel into the energies that I am actually releasing through each module, what it has allowed for me to do is to feel that in others. And so as an intuitive, I'm now able to transcribe that energy with my clients, which has allowed for them to have even more profound results, which is amazing. I've discovered a community that is so supportive and so loving. The women in this group are amazing, and Lou is amazing.
Say this to you. Nothing has shifted my personal life or the life of my clients faster than working with the amazing set of skills and tools that come with the Helix method. So if you're looking for something to explore that's going to enhance your practice as well as your personal life and give you a heads up like nothing you've ever seen, my strong recommendation is that you check out the Helix method.
Welcome everybody, welcome. How are we all? How are you doing? Feeling the energetic shift from our time together? Let me know in the comments how you're doing today. A huge welcome. Welcome everyone who's joining us live, and of course if you are on the replay, a huge welcome. Alrighty. What a week it's been. You have the Helix method model for mastering wealth energetics, and we've started to uncover how the 6 energetic blocks can be showing up and impacting our businesses and all the areas of life. And you've been receiving a taste to experience of Helixing, uncovering the hidden energy reversals, the blocks around sales, the blocks around holding money. And even with this taster, it's been amazing seeing the energetic shifts that you've all been having. It's such a joy. Thank you so much for all your messages. We've been seeing new clients joining you, expansive ideas coming in, taking action in a more aligned and consistent way. People have been saying they're feeling lighter, and massive perception shifts as well, which is so exciting. So who is up for finding out where their energetic money set point is today? Let me know in the comments if you're like, yes, that would be very handy. I love it. Hooray, congratulations on your new client. Just saw that message come in. Congratulations, that's so exciting. Do keep those celebrations coming in. Adds to the energy for everybody, so it's a huge contribution. And allowing yourself to be witnessed in your celebration as well is huge. And it's been wonderful as well, actually, as I reflect back over the week of the conversations I've had in the energetic alignment audits with you all as well. So do share those takeaways, because I know there's been some huge light bulbs where people have been like, oh my word, I hadn't thought of that. Because there may be someone who's in the same position, and that would be a helpful insight for them to have. And as I've mentioned, that this is offered to you as part of your workshop experience. It's free, it's not a sales call. If you would like to continue working with me when we chat, then let me know and we can talk through what that would look like. And as a bit of a recap, doors are open for the Wealth Portal. We would love to have you with us. This is our 4-month immersion for self-aware entrepreneurs, leaders, coaches, where we're breaking through the hidden upper limits in your wealth consciousness. And when you heal the energetic blocks holding you back and amplify your flow state, you'll see this reflected back in your business with that accelerated growth and impact. So imagine having that, results like having new revenue highs and having complete confidence that you can hit your financial goals and make your next 6 figures inevitable, to enjoy more consistency in sales as you start to see more and more people reaching out to you with new amazing opportunities, and a consistency with new clients booking in that surprises and delights you. And to be in that space of complete alignment everywhere you go, that you'll have that amplified connection with your higher self and synchronicities that start to show up where you're like, oh, it's like that pinch me moment, goosebump moment. And of course, financially relaxing as you're seeing the money growing in your bank account. Instead of feeling triggered or wondering if it's all going to suddenly disappear, you've got that faith and certainty in being able to financially relax. And ultimately, you'll feel your true magnetic self as you, whether it's finally launching a new product that you've been sitting on, having the confidence to pivot your service or increase your prices, confidently selling at that new level. And ultimately, you'll know exactly how to reset your wealth default set point and calibrate to a new financial goal anytime that you want, regardless of all the things that are going on in the world. And a question that often comes up for people as we're in that decision-making mode is like, well, will this work for me? And absolutely, yes. When you show up, you lean in, you follow my guidance, embrace the journey that we are walking together, you will walk away with a completely different mindset, energy, vibrational attraction point around money. And during our time together, you'll be in the most beautiful energetic vortex with like-minded colleagues that amplifies your own frequency. You have the energetic momentum of the group, and you get to witness each other's breakthroughs. And that really creates deep connection and friendships for life. And I think that's so important as well. And of course, you'll have, accountability within the group to keep you moving forward, plus access to my intuition and 20+ years of expertise so that the blind spots don't divert you and slow down your success. So if you need the link to consider the Wealth Portal and you're leaning in and you're feeling like, yep, this is my right next step, then do let us know that you want the link so that you can choose your relevant payment plan, payment option, and we'll get that over to you. You just if you pop Wealth Portal, and then the team will look out for your comments in the chat in Zoom or on Facebook, and we'll make sure we get all the juicy details over to you. And of course, there are a number of different ways you can work with us. We have got the Body limited edition coming up in May, and we've also got our certification programs as well. So just reach out if you want to explore the options, and we can find what the aligned next step is for you. Alrighty. So of course today we will have a live giveaway as well. We have today our powerful energy psychology immersion. So this is perfect for you. It's a 4-hour immersion. It's a replay of a live event I held a couple of years ago. The principles stand the test of time. So this is going to be super powerful for you. So I'm so excited to see who is going to be the manifesting queen or king who's going to be receiving that one today. So to enter, all you need to do is pop your takeaway at the end whilst we're live together, and we'll pop your name into the draw. Alrighty, so let's get started. Let's take a moment to set your intention for our time together. So just inviting you to bring your awareness to the here and now. Give yourself a couple of letting go breaths. Breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4. And considering your intention for the masterclass, your intention for how you wish to feel at the end of our time together. Taking a moment to honor the version of you that has shown up every day, live or on the replay, to allow yourself to receive and get to this point, to start to make the changes. These masterclasses are contributing to your overall evolution at living at your highest potential. Notice what emotions you're feeling in your body right now. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how expansive and aligned to your intentions are you feeling right now? Just take a moment to connect in with your body and to feel it. And bring your intention to how you want to feel at the end of our time together. It's my intention that you all have a powerful breakthrough and transformation during our time together. And today we're going to start diving into your questions. So as you share your intentions in the chat and how you're feeling, just as a reminder, I would love to know if you do have a question or would like some support in relation to what's going on for you. We have got a question thread in the Facebook group, so do pop it there. And we'll take some questions today, and we'll take some more tomorrow. I'll keep my eye on the comments as well so we can see what's coming up. We'll have time to take 3 questions today. And of course, I'll circle back and answer any that we don't get to. So, but today we're going to be diving into questions, and tomorrow we're going to be building on that as well. So do and pay attention to the questions that other people are asking, because they might ask a question that you didn't know that you had, if that makes sense. So we've been talking this week about how, as you step out of your comfort zone, out of the identity that you currently hold, towards what it is that you want, this triggers your subconscious to start screaming at you and giving you all the reasons why not to allow the success in. The monkey mind is just so quiet when we're just staying in alignment with our current identity and we're not changing anything. And then when we start to step up, we start to hear all the things. What are you doing? Can you handle this? Who do you think you are? What if you burn out again? You haven't got time for this. What if it doesn't work? Why don't you just stay where you are? Does that resonate? And here's the thing, our brain is trying to simply keep us safe and in line with our set point and our current identity. And if your brain has never seen or experienced something before that it sees as a threat, our stress hormones go up, the blood flow in our brain goes down, we're less likely to take perceived risks, that slow down our action taking, and then we find ourselves putting our foot on the brake. And we are conditioned to live life in a certain way from our programming, the parental programming, transgenerational programming, societal programming, ancestral programming. It goes really, really deep. And we see this in the animal world. And I think it's just so beautifully illustrated, even when we look at the teeny tiny flea in the insect world. And you may have seen this experiment where they've shown that when you place fleas into a glass jar, they'll try and jump out. But then after you put a lid on it, the fleas will jump to the level of the lid. And then when you take the lid off, they stop trying to escape. They only jump as high as the lid. So they learn they learn the boundaries of their environment. So their thinking, flea thinking, has created the invisible lid as the boundary. It's conditioned them to limit their jumping. And the thing is that the flea's own past timelines and experiences belief that mean that when the fleas have baby fleas, the baby fleas follow their example. They never jump higher. So if we think of this and translate that onto ourselves, like the fleas, our past timelines, generational timelines, programming, conditioning, all create these imaginary boundaries. They all impact our vision of what we think is potential, what we think might be a big dream. But ultimately, it's keeping us at that default future timeline. This is our default set point, and our brains and our bodies just want to keep us in alignment with that familiarity. So this is why you'll notice when I'm working with you, you'll have these somatic responses, energetic responses to the rewiring, the imprinting work that we're doing with our energy psychology techniques within the Helix method. So what does this all mean for breaking through a previous set point and and for life after the breakthrough, because there's actually a breakthrough cycle, and the key bit is what follows after the breakthrough, so you can hold this new level of expansion, this new level of love, new level of possibilities, new level of wealth. So think of your breakthrough as your own hero's journey. Your starting point is your comfort zone, your current level of wealth and money. That's what's feeling normal. How much struggle is what's feeling normal, getting out of situations, or how much, on the flip side of that, how much thriving feels normal in your body. Then you make a decision, I'm off, I'm going to go and change and elevate my consciousness. I'm changing my relationship with my money. I'm changing who I am in relation to money. I'm changing my identity around money so I can make this bigger impact in the world. And then we take that step over the threshold, over the doorway. And as we step over, perhaps we take, right foot first and the left foot, and we start to move forward, and then we can literally start to hear thoughts that really reveal what has been in our subconscious programming, all the beliefs that the subconscious decided to hold to keep you safe in alignment with that familiarity, that were hidden beneath your awareness from those past timelines. And they're going to do everything to bring you back to the future timeline that you're programmed for. So we have challenges coming up. We don't feel like doing it anymore. We tell ourselves we can do it on our own, because of course, if we do that, then there's no one there to bust us on our blind spots or call us out on our patterns. And then we can find ourselves getting diverted and taking a whole lot longer to get to where we want to go because of this. Thing is, some people actually give up and stay in that familiarity, and they tell themselves that they're moving forward, but are they really? Have you ever realized you've done that? You're like, yep, I'm moving forward, I've got this. And then you're like, oh, no, I'm actually just repeating patterns. Does that resonate? This is so key, because without being really intentional and being an excellent steward of our consciousness, we will revert back to old ways, find patterns repeating, contracting back to upper limits. And the breakthrough isn't the end. That's where we get to embody that up-leveled state so that we can hold it for longer and stabilize, and the body can feel safe as we expand it further. And what I've found is that, each new growth in business requires more of ourselves, requires growth in our identity, in our self-leadership. I remember my first breakthrough, which I created for myself through everything that I've learned, and I consistently was doing what I teach in the Helix method each and every day, and I could feel my vibration completely transforming, and the opportunities that started to come my way just blew my mind in terms of the investment opportunities, the collaborations with very established brands, speaking about wealth energetics at summits for seven-figure earners and investors, more and more clients saying yes to me, more and more clients referring their friends and colleagues. And so I got to contribute to more people. And I had, more money than expenses. Everything was just feeling so different. It was feeling lighter. I felt the difference of, that peace in my heart. And that low-level stress that had just been rumbling away in the cells of my body had gone. And do you know what? I hadn't been aware that it was there until it had gone. I don't know if that makes sense, or if that resonates for you. And I had faith and certainty in my manifesting, faith in the universe, trust in myself, trust in the universe. And to me, this is priceless. And then, of course, after that breakthrough, we've continued to grow, to have further breakthroughs. The growth continues. We embody, we integrate, we transform, we create new default set points so we don't get pulled back to the old ones. And of course, like each and every one of us here, my subconscious continues to do its job 100% effectively and to implement the programs that I have running. That's why doing this inner work is just so essential for our growth. I don't know about you, but I found it blows me away how creative the subconscious is to keeping us at those default set points. We hear a thought in our head and then we believe it. And that thought is triggered by the nervous system with the function of keeping us at those set points. So don't believe your thoughts. It's just a thought. You created it. It doesn't mean it's a belief. or a value of yours. So we hear ourselves saying things like, oh, I've just had my best month. Things are feeling really good. So maybe I'll skip my personal development or my manifesting today. Or somehow we suddenly find ourselves distracted and not doing it. Oh, I'm just going to wait until I've got this and that in place before I launch my new program, instead of, you know, getting the support in place so you can do it all with more ease. If we think of this as waiting, what is this costing you to wait? I refer to this as the expense of waiting. So don't believe your thoughts. They're thought forms created as you've hit your nervous system capacity, your energetic ceiling. So know that as you are, you know, listening to this, listening to that thought form, you're allowing those old past timelines to move you back to an old default future timeline. And then, of course, the impact of that is just things are going to just take longer, create that yo-yo effect. Let us know what sort of thoughts you found yourself thinking as you're breaking through, stepping out, creating that new identity. Pop them in the comments. Because of course, as we're thinking these thoughts, and to know that our human Wi-Fi is buffering because we haven't got that coherent signal going out. Our frequency is denser and we've just got this push-pull energy thing going on in our energy. We're buffering our signal. Starts to slow everything down. The universe is going, what do you want? I'm really confused. And to me, when we see this happening, it just shows us that our body is not calibrated yet to our new timeline. There's more to be done to get us into that energetic alignment. So I'd love for you to have that breakthrough, to have the kind of results that our clients have been sharing with you this week. And as we reflect on holding money, we were talking about holding money yesterday. And just to go deeper on this, if we're feeling disconnected, triggered by the nervous system, how can we truly be connected to the energy of money? And when we're healing our nervous system, then that feels safe to hold more money. Then we have a secure attachment to money. If we had that, we talked yesterday about that a large amount of money coming in as a surprise and noticing what was happening in our body. What does tend to happen is there's some sort of level of dysregulation, whether that is like an overexcitement, a reversed energy. And then, of course, the things that pop up in the body unconsciously as well. And those pieces that show up in the body, whatever they are, they can go back to their ancestral lineage, those personal experiences, imprints that we're holding inside of our nervous system. And these are the things that are actually impacting our capacity to hold more money. Does that make sense? And just by way of example, we see this a lot, don't we? We all have seen stories where lottery winners have won vast amounts of money and then they've lost it. They've hot potatoed it out of their hands, somehow spent it all, got rid of it in some way. And 4 years, 5 years, however many years later, back to their default set point. There's some kind of lack of safety, so they end up spending all of that money, right? Does that make sense? So how do we allow our nervous systems to come into safety with holding a lot of money so it's not blowing out our system? How do we allow our nervous system to come into that flow of it, trusting as it's coming in and it's going out? Money comes in, a bill comes in, money goes out, money comes in again. As we're scaling our business, calibrating to a higher and higher amount of money. And the key thing here is these two, the reactions within our nervous system. And this is what we are changing with helixing and the techniques that we teach within the Wealth Portal, so that you're expanding your capacity in your nervous system to hold more money. Alrighty. Is this resonating? Let's see what we have got coming in the chat. I just want to take a moment to touch on some of the questions that have come in. I'm going to take the ones from the Facebook group and to see what else we have in the chat, and we'll pick up any that we don't get to today and make sure we answer them tomorrow. Okay, so we have Sunita. How often should each series of steps be done? So for example, day 1 exercise repeated for how many days? Before you do day 2, that question makes sense. Do day 1 and then do day 2 and then do day 3. Follow the flow that I've created for you. In the Wealth Portal, we dive in deeper and I give people extended exercises and success habits, I call them, to do and to imprint. And it's so key because, of course, we want to be building up the thought forms that are actually going to support creating changes in the neural pathways. So we're making changes energetically, psychologically, and physiologically, so that we create and hold that default set point. Does that make sense? So Sunita, I want you to follow the flow that I've created for you during our time together. So after you've done day 1, move on to day 2, then move on to day 3, and so on. I hope that answers your question. Alrighty. Can you share the difference? So this is Amy. I don't know if Amy's here with us. Amy says, can you share the difference of feeling you can hold money yourself, increase your income yourself, and get yeses, but when you add the word my business, I get no's. Okay, so there's a disconnect between your business and then allowing yourself, you having the money. So what's your relationship like with the business? So if you think of our business having its own consciousness, so these are some things just to start to explore. Let me know what's resonating in the comments. And where, like, do you believe that your business can bring you the money and that your business can support you? So often we can see the business as that sort of masculine energy. And anywhere that we have a relationship that is wonky with that foundational supportive energy, that masculine energy, that we can be projected onto our businesses. Does that resonate? Let's see it. Let me know if that resonates. And then, this is going to be key. So then Amy says, when I asked myself around feeling of receiving 100K, I was not overexcited, quite calm and grounded. And then I went down to 20K, got overexcited. Yes. Okay. So this is where we're going to dive into this more in the money default set point section. But it may be, so see if this resonates, that the 100K feels so far away that you can feel calm about it. It's no threat, if that makes sense. Because it feels quite far away. But the 20K is like, oh, yes, that's going to make the difference. And we can start to feel overexcited about that. Because it feels closer. And then our nervous system can start to respond to that. Let me know what resonates for you. And as I share that, what other thoughts and questions come through for you? I can't see any here. Okay. Yeah, just let us know in the comments or in the chat on Facebook, and then we can continue the conversation around that. Alrighty, so then we have another question. Debbie's asked a great question. Alrighty, Debbie says, what part does soul contracts, karmic contracts, ancestral lineage play in the subconscious nervous system with our existence being a spiritual one, as in nature? Everything. If we think of so energetically we're holding the soul contracts and the karmic contracts and the ancestral lineage in our Akashic record, in our energy system, and then physiologically in our cells hold our past experiences, our ancestral patterns, our ancestral lineage in the cells. Our nervous system remembers, is impacted by these cells. And we know that from epigenetics that our cells are listening to what we're imprinting, and so we can change that. And the key for me is being able to identify and pinpoint what we need to know to be able to transmute and to change these contracts, the patterns, the ancestral lineage. We're witnessing it. We are observing our transformation. And that's really key for reality creation. We are our own witness. Does that make sense? Alrighty. Let me know if that makes sense, Debbie. Yeah, it has a, and this for me is why in the Helix method we're dealing with things and changing things energetically, physiologically, psychologically. And when I'm talking about energetically, I am referring to spiritually as well. We're working with our higher self, our conscious mind, and our subconscious, and we need that multidimensional transformation for change to hold and for us to be moving on to that highest timeline. Does that make sense? Let me know what resonates there. Alrighty. Oh, this is awesome. I can see loads of questions coming in, which is fantastic. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is, okay, I can see. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the questions that are coming in. We will make sure that any I haven't answered, we pick up tomorrow. I can see some coming in that are relevant to the money default set point, which we're going to do in a moment. But what I will do is before we dive into the money set point, I want to shine the spotlight on Matt. I'm going to share a conversation that we had together. So we're going to virtually welcome Matt. So a huge welcome, Matt. Thank you for sharing your energy and your experience with us previously. And I'm going to share this with you now.
Thank you for coming and joining us, Matt.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
Do you want to introduce yourself so everyone gets to know who you are, what you do, where in the world you are?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Appleby. I live in Yorkshire in the UK. I have a couple of businesses. So I run a personal training studio and also, I guess you could call it a bit of yoga and sort of healing type modalities is the other thing that I do.
Love it. I love it. Thank you so much for coming to share your experiences with us. So let's start with what was going on before we started to chat about coming and joining us in the Wealth Portal. What was your reason for stepping into the Wealth Portal?
Of course, yeah. So the main reason was I'd already identified I got a lot of blocks and stories and things that weren't quite aligned to do with money, shall we say. And my business had kind of reached a bit of a glass ceiling where I sort of hovered around at a certain level of revenue. And no matter what I did, I seemed to kind of keep hitting that ceiling. And, you know, like I'm guessing most people here, I've been to a couple of these kind of master classes. Really liked Louisa's approach. Although I'd done a lot of kind of coaching and sort of work on money otherwise, this was the thing that kind of connected the dots and led to that further success.
Hooray! So excited to hear. So I think it'd be helpful for people to hear what your experience is in terms of what's been most helpful, experience of the community, and if you're up for sharing some of your wins, all of that good stuff.
Yeah. So I've found having that regular container, so it's, you know, there are similarities with what Louisa's offering here. Of course, it's a bit different when it's in a kind of a more structured group. But having that regular touch point, there's a wealth of materials to work through and sort of go out and under your own steam. I've got a lot from the community too, so you know, you will meet a lot of like-minded people in there, and already you know, forged some really quite strong relationships there with other members, which has been fantastic. So, you know, potential for future collaborations and things like that. So compared to where I was at versus where I've got to, I'm now consistently having £10,000 months, which is fantastic, and I'd never got on there before, and you know, like I was saying, just kept hitting a ceiling at around about 8, and then
get past that amount.
So that's fantastic. I've also sort of created more space to create more in my other business too, and starting to move that forward, because that one's more of a bit of a passion project, I guess. It's always something that has been on a bit of a back burner, and I'm sure some of you can relate to that too. So starting to bring that out more prominently and create some things of real value there too.
Oh, I love it. This is so awesome. So awesome. Well, congratulations on hitting your intention, smashing it out of the park. It's so exciting, and that, you know, growth continues from here. I guess before we wrap up, what might be helpful as well is if you were talking to someone who might be thinking about working with us in the Wealth Portal, one of our programs, would you have any advice for them as they're in that decision-making mode?
Yeah, I would just say kind of go with what you learn in today's workshop if it's your first. If it's not your first, then it's, you know, a repeat visit. Ask yourself why you're here again, first of all. There'll be some curiosity there. I'm sure Louise is open to having a call with you if you are interested in what else she offers. Just kind of really lean into it and trust your instinct, whatever that may be. Yeah, something else that's just cropped up that I'll share is that and Louise will probably laugh about this, when we first started working together, I had a lot of resistance to even sort of talking about figures and money, and that relationship's gotten easier. But yeah, that was a big part of my kind of story and conditioning, that I didn't want to talk in real terms like that. It's like, let's pretend that the figures don't matter. But now I absolutely realise that they do matter. So yeah, that's been
huge.
Thank you, Matt. Oh, that was a joy to listen to that again. So please give Matt some virtual love for sharing his experience and his story with you. I always love to see what is resonating for you as you hear people sharing their experiences, because so often we can be like, that's what was happening for me. We can recognize ourselves in other people's experiences. So just as a reminder, if you'd love to explore your next step and you want to have a chat with me in relation to that, then do book a call and we can explore what is, the aligned next step for you, and share all the information so that you can make an aligned decision either way. Alrighty, who wants to find out where their current money set point is energetically? We're going to start to do that. Now, I was scanning the questions as that they are coming in. So what we're going to do is we're going to gather them all up. We'll take them in order. We'll circle back to those ones tomorrow. We have got the Facebook post as well, so please do carry on adding them there, and we'll get through as many of them as we can. Alrighty, so I want you to draw a line on a piece of paper with $1,000 at the left-hand side, and then whatever it is that you want on the right-hand side. So this is the amount that you'll be wanting to, let's do this from a monthly basis. So what is the amount that you're wanting to call in on a monthly basis? Of course, we consciously know what our income is each month. But what we're going to be doing here, and I call this playing higher or low, we're going to find out where your money default set point is, and we're going to release that energetic stickiness around that. Does that make sense? So we've got 1,000 on the left-hand side, whatever the amount is that you're calling in on the right-hand side. And then in the middle, I want you, depending on what amount you're going up with, we're going to be, so you want to go up, if you're doing 10,000, 1 to 10,000, go up in thousands. So you've got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and so on up your line. If you've got 100,000, then go up in chunks of 10, and so on. 10,000s. That makes sense. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find where your money default set point is. And so you're going to be saying, is my money default set point at 1,000? Is my money default set point at 2,000, 3,000, whatever it may be? And I really want you to pay attention to the somatic response that you have as you're doing this muscle testing. And so often people will be like, oh, because if we just muscle test on our desired amount and we get a yes for that, Then we're like, oh, I'm all good. I'm all in alignment for that. But actually the sticky point is beneath that. And we've missed it. Remember, I always say go 3 to 5 layers deep, at least. Otherwise, if you just ask one question, should I do this? Am I in alignment with this? Subconscious goes, yes. They've missed asking the questions that's going to uncover what's really going on. Alrighty, so has everyone got their money default set point timeline? What we're going to do is we're going to do the higher self invocation, and then I'm going to invite you to test on those amounts. Okay, awesome. Alrighty, so let's do the higher self invocation, and then I'll guide you through doing the finding out where the sticky points are. So let's increase your life force energy by breathing in for 4, holding for 4, and breathing out for 8. And to do this 3 times at your own pace. Bringing your awareness to your soul star chakra. And then affirming, speaking to all levels of my consciousness. I intend that in the name of divine truth, love and light, let all information come from my higher self and be in alignment with my divine truth, my highest good, and the highest good of all. I am creating a clear channel of communication and manifestation between my subconscious, conscious, and higher self, so they are 100% connected and in perfect alignment, and all working towards my highest path and purpose. Thank you. Alrighty, so we're going to use the sway technique that we've been using all week, so you know the flow by now. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand up and then say these phrases, and using your body as a dowsing device, and make a note of which one you get a no to. So I allow myself to receive over 1,000. I allow myself to receive over 50,000 a month. I allow myself to receive over 100,000 a month, whatever the numbers are. But you want to be working your way up that timeline that you created. And notice where you got a sticky point. And wherever you do get a sticky point, there'll be an energetic reason why you have got that. You might not consciously know it. Something may have happened in the past when you received that amount of money before. Anna, that was for you, answering that question that you asked. But it's relevant for everyone. So let's take a moment to start to identify. So I call this playing higher or lower, because you're trying to find out where the different set points are. And note that the amount might be lower than the current amount of money that you are receiving. So let's just notice that. Notice how our body is somatically responding to these numbers. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to do this. I'll pop some music on, and then we'll come back together to start to clear this. Notice, are you getting different somatic responses as you're going up that timeline in relation to the different amounts of money? Does it feel the same? Does it feel different? Let me know in the chat what is coming through for you. Okay, so we've got some insights coming in. So 6K being a set point, even though you got a higher one for as a yes. Great insights. So this is why it's so important to go along the range of cash. We can uncover what is hidden. Yes, yes, okay. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, got some more insights coming in. And when we move into the piece where we're going to do the releasing, I want you to start with, and we'll just have time today to focus on one aspect, is to start with the lowest number that you got the resistance at. So we're going to clear that one. And then make a note of where you got to, and then circle back and start to clear the other ones along the way, the other sticky points. And then after you've done a clearing in relation to that, then we want to really start imprinting and allowing ourselves to create a new money set point so you can allow more money in. Remembering that we're making changes energetically, physiologically, and psychologically. And all this information that you're finding is like giving you like a canvas of what's been going on in your energy field. Alrighty, so we're going to start to clear this. I can see people have got their numbers coming in. It's like some of it's like, what's going on? Alrighty, so taking the lowest amount that you have as the sticky point, where that set point is. Okay. And then we're going to release that. So I'm ready to release my resistance to receiving more than XYZ. So some people have said it's like 900, 7K, 10K, 50K, whatever it is. So holding CV17, so that point in the middle of your chest, holding it with your hand like that, just on the point, and inviting you to breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 4. Bringing into your mind's eye that amount that you're going to release that stickiness around, and notice how your body's responding as you're doing this. I'm ready to release my resistance to receiving more than whatever that amount is. A month, you can add in more than XYZ a month. I release and delete this from all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4. And then silently saying it, I'm ready to release my resistance to receiving more than XYZ a month. I release and delete this from all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just taking a nice deep breath in and out. I'm ready to release my resistance to receiving more than XYZ a month. I release and delete this from all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Beautiful. How is that all feeling for everybody? You can validate that that's gone by saying, I have released my resistance to receiving XYZ. Now, if it hasn't gone yet, then you can tune in and ask, have I got an energy reversal to receiving more than XYZ? And then clear that. Makes sense? How's everybody feeling after that? How are you feeling? CV17 is a magical point on the body. It supports your energy field. It's a central point on your meridians to be able to open up the flow of channel for you to be able to release beliefs more quickly. So you'll notice when I'm working with you, I'll be getting you to hold different acupressure points, focus on different chakras. When we're working in the Helix method, mastery, all the different incredible energetic structures that so often I see so many healers coming in and they're not even aware of them. Okay, awesome, feeling good, feeling good. Alrighty, let's start to amplify the energy around this. So remembering that, I want you to go back and work on the other ones that have come up along the way. But for now, what we're going to start to do is really start to imprint new thought forms so that we're changing what's going on energetically and starting to change those neural pathways. So I want you to imagine that when you're doing this inner rewiring, that amount of money that you want to create as your new monthly income, you've already received it. I've just now received that desired income. I feel so happy and grateful. Peace. I allow this across all dimensions and levels of consciousness. We're going to say that internally 3 times and then out loud for a minute. So just switching up the pattern here a bit. Alrighty, so just taking a nice deep breath in for 4. Out for 4. In for 4. Out for 4. Filling up your heart with love. I love, I love, I love, I love. Feel your heart chakra getting bigger and brighter, bigger and brighter, bigger and brighter. And then internally saying, so we're going to do this 3 times. I have just now received my desired income. I feel so grateful, happy, and at peace. I allow this across all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. One more time internally. I have just now received desired income. I feel so happy, grateful, and at peace. I allow this across all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just taking a nice deep breath in and out. And then one more time internally. I've just now received my desired income. I feel so grateful, happy, and peace. I allow this across all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Taking a nice deep breath in. And then I want you to do this one out loud so you can hear the words reverberating through your human Wi-Fi. I'm the kind of person who receives desired income in 30 days. I'm the kind of person who receives desired income in 30 days. And notice how your body's responding. What starts to change the more you say it? Beautiful, beautiful. Welcome back. And from this elevated frequency, I want you to live in the energy of the question now. Why do large sums of money come to me so easily and effortlessly? Just allow yourself to be in the curiosity and awe of that question. Notice the insights that come to you, the ideas. You get to take action on the ideas that are coming to you. Inspiration will come in this now moment, and it will also come throughout the day because we've been activating this in your field all week. Listen to the soft whisper of your soul. And the more you listen, the more that connection is there, the more ideas coming through. You've got your higher self on board for your manifesting. And as we think about the aligned action that we're taking, what action can you take to make this manifestation inevitable? Where can you lead with love? When you look within your business and you're contemplating what to do, consider what would love do? Can you reach out to 5 people, ask them how they are, connect with them, see how you can serve them? Are they ready to work with you? Perhaps one of your clients or customers is ready to renew their product or the service that you offer with them. Has everybody been reaching out to 5 people every day this week? And if not, what's the story in the head? Because your business will grow. It's dependent on the amount of conversations that you are having, whether that's in DMs or however you have your conversations, and how your sales funnel flows. How's everybody feeling? This has been a powerful session. We have the bit I want you to walk away with is we have the breakthrough cycles, and we want to be able to hold the new level after the breakthrough. So we can hold a new money default set point or revert back to it, hold it. And the work we do within the Helix method, within the Wealth Portal, this is key for your embodiment and your transformation. Alrighty, I would love to know, what has your takeaway been? This is so we can anchor it in. We can also enter you into our draw to win the up-level immersion. This is absolutely phenomenal, the up-level immersion. This is where you amplify your faith in co-creating with the universe. You'll have that unshakable certainty that your manifestation is inevitable. So I'm super excited to see who's going to win this. And in that 4-hour container, we've got some deep stuff that we work on. You receive Akashic record activations to guide you through helixing, changing your identity, all the things. Alrighty, let's see who is going to win. I see you, Bridget. Reach out today. I love that you busted yourself on the excuse. Okay, so we have got, yes, this is great. I can really see how it's landing in terms of what's going on energetically and somatically for people. So what have we got? The takeaways. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Seeing all these beautiful takeaways coming in. Beautiful. Okay, let's see who's won. Da, 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 da. Beautiful. Alrighty, I can see who's won. This is fantastic. Da, 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 da. The winner of the up-level immersion is Brigitte Rawlings. Congratulations, Brigitte. So excited for you. Huge congratulations. The team will reach out with your winnings towards the it won't be over the weekend, or day will be Friday, so it will be probably early next week. This is so fantastic. So fantastic. Alrighty. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. So just a couple of things. If you haven't got any questions, then book a call. We have a chat. We'll get everything answered for you. Got any questions about the programs and your next the right next step for you? Again, book a call or jump in our DMs, and we can make sure you've got all the information so you can make a aligned decision either way. If you want to explore the different ways that we can work together, I can share those with you when you hop on a call with me. And the other thing I wanted to ask, if that is okay, is would you be able to do me a favor? We do have a survey for our masterclass, and I would be super grateful if you could complete that. Your name will go in a draw to win a one-to-one with me. And it helps us to shape our trainings moving forward for people. So we'd be super grateful for that. And just to say, as we wrap up, even if the Wealth Portal is not for you, book a call, because there's many other ways that we can work together, and we'll give you huge value on that call and action steps to help you fulfill your goal. And even if working together is not a good fit right now, just book a call, because I want to make sure you have huge value and that you are having the results that you desire from our time together in the Energetic Edge. We're going to be back tomorrow on Saturday, where we're going to be expanding on all these breakthroughs. We'll continue answering the questions that have started to come in. We'll be picking them up from the Facebook group and from the live Zoom today. And we'll be expanding on deepening your shifts and ensuring that they're fully integrated. So looking forward to seeing you all there. Let me know, will you be live with me or will you be on the replay? So delighted to have you with us all this week. And just as a as we wrap up, to remind you all that doors are open for the Wealth Portal. This is the transformational space to be in. You need to be in here if you want to break through your money ceiling and make a bigger impact in the world. Because when you truly, when you eliminate those energetic blocks and know how to change them, because stuff is always coming into our field. So we want to be able to know exactly how to identify what's going on, get ourselves into that peak flow state, raise our default set point, our frequency default set point, so we can manifest with more ease. We see the challenges going on. We've got that connection with our higher self. We're able to melt the resistance. Our business reflects the shifts the internal shifts, and we accelerate our growth and our impact. We have a welcome call coming up for the new members of the Wealth Portal on the 1st of April. But when you join us this week, you'll be jumping straight in. You're welcome to join us straight away. And just as a heads up as well, that our special savings for the Energetic Edge, they are time sensitive. So you have till Tuesday to claim your savings. And when you pay in full, you will receive, well, this is just for the first 10 people, you'll receive a Wealth Ascension activation with me, which is a super powerful private one-to-one with me. The value of that alone is $1,000. We'll be unblocking your archetypes that are holding you back, so you're getting yourself into faster alignment. I'll facilitate a high self walk-in, so that's going to accelerate your results and your connection. So this is going to save you so much time, because it would take you years to figure this out. So we're going to get this done so quickly in less than an hour. And for those of you that have inquired about the scholarship, as a reminder, we have one scholarship available for the Wealth Portal where you'll receive a further $1,000 off our masterclass special. So to apply, you just need to email me by Friday PST time, midnight PST time, so that I get it when I wake up in the morning, and just explain, what you're applying for, why you want the scholarship, why I should give it to you, and then we'll review the applications over the weekend and share with those who've applied. Alrighty, and with that, that is a wrap. I will see you all here tomorrow on Saturday. Let me know if you're coming live or on the replay, and we're going to be deepening this all further. We'll leave the room open for 1 more minute, so you can grab the links to the survey, you can grab the link to the energetic alignment audit, you can request the link for the Wealth Portal so that you can take your next step, or indeed if you've got any other questions, do let us know. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here and for your love and contribution to each other. I hope that this has served. See you tomorrow. Lots of love.